Morning, Mzansi. Thank you so much for watching my YouTube channel once more time, as well as the people of the world. Thank you so much for following us all the time. Today, I want to talk about something very important, which I'm passionate about: job creation. We are faced with difficult times where each and every corner someone is crying of being unemployed. We have graduates who have finished from tertiary who can't find employment. We have people who have just finished from the schooling level who can't find employment. We have people who have been sitting at home for years and years, and it looks like they will never find any employment. They will never be employed by someone else. And I've realized that instead of us waiting for someone to employ us, maybe we can be employers of ourselves. It might look like a very impossible thing when you try to put one, two, three. But let me tell you something: the research that I've done, the extensive research that I've done on my own, because of where I come from, I believe and I have a conviction in my mind that it will work for everyone. Remember when I shared my story of how I made my first million, that I opened 4 kitchens and it worked very well. That gave me another opportunity to be around the area where there was a lot of informal trading. And I want today to say, I want to talk to people, whether people who are discouraged or people who have lost hope. I'm not here to be a motivational speaker, or I'm not here to talk about semantics or something that is far-fetched or impossible. But I want to talk to you about something that is achievable, something that you can do it. You can do it as long as you can get courage out of what I'm going to be sharing with you. And what I'm going to be sharing with you is going to be mind-blowing, because all the time you pass the very same spots, but we have never realized how much money is there, how much money is made out of the activities that are going on around those spots. But I don't want only to limit you in those spots, because some of you might not be able to have the same courage to go and work in those particular areas. So it will then give you an idea. Once we have that idea, it will also make you realize that you can also spot certain areas where you can start doing this particular kind of business. And what I like about it is that it does not depend to other people, or it does not necessarily depend to other people to give you or finance you, but it depends in you starting with the little that you have, and then you can prosper out of that. You know, when you look to the guy who's washing a taxi at the taxi rank, is charging 70 rand per taxi. And if that guy is able to wash 10 taxis per day, is making just like that 700 rand. Can you imagine making 700 rand every day without having to pay for electricity, without having to pay for water, without having to consume additional expenses or cost? Sometimes that guy, his or her expenses, they just go around the region of 100 rands or 150 the most. But the secret, as I always say, the secret lies on what he or she does with the man that passes his or her hands. That is where the secret, that is where the power of making man, that is where the power of being an employer of yourself lies. It doesn't matter how much money you can make per day in that particular sport. But if you don't realize the value, the power in that money, let me tell you, you will look like you are working for nothing. I want to say to you, here is a great opportunity. Here is the great idea. You don't need anybody else. You need your own courage. If you can be courageous, if you can realize sitting at home that I have made it out of that place as well myself, I'm sure you can make it yourself. I want also to go further. A person who's selling fruits, a person who's selling vegetables, a person who's selling food, particularly in those spots, is making almost 1,500 per day. And when you calculate that around 24 days, it will give you around 36,000. Mostly, that person, his or her expenses will go around 10,000. Meaning you can, just like that, bank 26,000. And if you are banking 26,000, you are far ahead any person who's working for someone else, having yourself with your courage. So the only thing that is limiting us from achieving this, from creating jobs for ourselves, is the courage. I'm saying this very carefully for a simple reason. Right now, statisticians are giving us stats that we have so much higher rate of unemployment in South Africa as well as in the world. What does that mean? That means if we don't do anything ourselves, the rate of unemployment is going to increase drastically, especially around this time of corona. Therefore, I'm simply saying to you, I want to partner with you. I want to partner with you by giving you courage to start something. I want to partner with you by making sure that I also come and support you there and there on your spot. I will be having an outreach program where I will be educating people right on the spot. I am currently engaging other financial institutions to support us in this program, not in terms of giving us money, but in terms of making sure that when we come and bank this money, it gives a proper value. Because once we get a respect out of the money that we are generating from informal settlement, let me tell you what is going to happen in our lives. We are going to change our lifestyle. We are going to change from where we are to something else. In what sense? You will be respected because you will be having money. You will be respected because you will be credit worth. You will be respected because you can buy a car. You will be respected because you can buy a house. And once you have been able to provide those necessities for yourself as well as for your family, let me tell you, your life is going to change. But if you can't afford some of those things, your life will never be changed. You will remain a slave, not of other people, but a slave of your own mentality, because you will be afraid to do certain things. And let me tell you something else. Once you have generated enough money, you can then embark to do other businesses, which you might then think at the time are more decent to do if you want to grow as a person. But I'm simply saying to you, I have also encouraged my own son, Luandle, to say, I once did it. It's where I started. Why don't you start your only little thing where you'll be selling is either meat or where you'll be buying something? Because I want to prove to everyone that if we can start from where I'm saying, let us go and start. Believe me or not, we can change our lives. We need not to ask anyone's permission. In fact, I want to also request to government institutions, particularly the municipalities, please relax the bylaws that we have in place, which prevent our own people from practicing business freely. Because once you allow them that opportunity, they will excel. And further to that, let me tell you, once you want to assist people, don't move away from sports that they have chosen and picked themselves, that they are viable. Because sometimes municipalities, they will come with certain programs that takes people away from business. And when that happens, people, even if you build shelters for people, because you think that they will be business friendly for them, but if they are not positioned in areas which will make their market be viable and have their customers going in and out, let me tell you, they will leave those shelters. They will go back where you have moved them. So it's better that you consult with them, you engage them, and you make sure that whatever assistance that you intend to give to them is done in consultation with them. But more and above that, I am talking to you as a person, as an individual, as a person who's sitting at home with a degree, with a diploma, with a certificate of something to say, time is now. Don't wait for anyone's approval. Don't wait for anyone to come and employ you, because they will be asking you about experience. They will be asking you about a number of things. But I'm talking about something that you can just ask 500 rands from your sister, from your brother, from your mother, or from whosoever around you. And if you have good intentions of making money, I'm telling you, I can guarantee you, I can bet my last cent on this one. You will make it. It's possible, it's achievable, it's doable, and it's so practical. And I'm saying to you, with the level of high unemployment that we have in our country, I am confident that through this program that I am initiating throughout, we can do better, we can do more. And if we can work together, be truthful and sincere to ourselves, I am telling you, positive results are guaranteed. And on that note, Mzansi, as well as the people of the world, let me say, this is my initiative. If it's shameful for you to go and sell fruits or vegetables or meat at the tax rank, let me take away that stigma. Let me take away that shame. I have done it myself, and I have succeeded out of it. I am saying to you, let us partner wherever you are, in the little spots that you are. I am your partner. Do it with confidence. Do it with passion. Tell those people that this is Mselegu's program. I am partnering with Mselegu. I know he has made it, and I can also make it myself. And I'm simply saying to you, we are partners in business, in a small business development. Both of us, we are business people. Thank you.